Nikola Tesla, the mad scientist. Nikola Tesla is one of the most famous inventors in human history. His contributions to the world of electricity are unparalleled. Tesla was born in 1856, at the height of industrialization and technical revolution. As a child, his genius was evident at a very young age. He often outperformed his classmates and most of the people in his life. His mother was a well-known inventor of kitchen gadgets, which inspired Tesla and ultimately the direction he would take in life. His great intellect would go on to lead him to be known as the mad scientist for his unorthodox experiments with electricity and animals, which many considered too dangerous or cruel to be ethically acceptable. Tesla's inventions have been a major influence on our modern-day society, from wireless communication devices to remote controls for television sets and cell phones. He is often cited as one of the most important people in history who didn't receive a Nobel Prize for his work or have a US postage stamp issued in his honor. So this video is for his legacy of being, in our opinion, the most important man in history. Tesla was a Serbian-American electrical engineer, inventor, and physicist. He is best known for his contributions to the design of the modern alternating current, or AC, electricity supply system, including the Tesla coil. In 1883, Nikola Tesla met Thomas Edison, a man who would change the course of his life. Tesla was a brilliant inventor, and Edison hired him to work for his company. The two men had very different personalities, and they clashed from the start. They disagreed on the most fundamental ideas in regards to how electricity should be used and distributed. Tesla left working for Edison and started his own company. Tesla's top competitor, George Westinghouse, saw the opportunity to fund Tesla's research and his idea of alternating current. As Tesla saw it, Edison's DC electric system had some major flaws. For one, it had a relatively short distance that it could span without the need for more power plants. Secondly, he projected that it would be far too expensive to implement on a national scale. His AC current system solved both these problems. Tesla had invented a type of power generation motor that can still be found in power plants all over the world today. One of the first to go into operation was his hydroelectric plant located at Niagara Falls. Late in 1887, Thomas Edison announced that he had invented a new form of electric power called the electric light, which he had been working on for years. At the time, America was undergoing a major industrial revolution. Factories were moving from producing one or two products to dozens or even hundreds of products, and America was becoming increasingly electrified, with streetcars and electric trains being introduced all over the country. The need for electricity at home, too, was growing ever more urgent as people began to realize how difficult it can be to read at night by candlelight. Tesla also knew that electricity would be a resource that would not only change the way we use light, but also how we used energy. Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla were two rivals who used vastly different strategies to make use of the new technology of electricity. While Edison wanted to sell his direct current, Tesla wanted to sell his alternating current, believing it was more efficient. Edison planned to show the world his electric light bulb by lighting up the World Fair of Chicago in 1893. Westinghouse gave a much lower bid than Edison, and it was in fact Tesla that lit up the World Fair and the imagination of the entire world. In the end, Edison won out as the leading option for electricity distribution, but both men had a major impact on how we use power today. They say genius is madness. Nikola Tesla was a genius, and it may be true that he suffered from some form of mental illness. He was a physicist, inventor, and futurist who contributed to the fields of electromagnetism and wireless transmission. Some of Tesla's inventions are stranger than others, but his ideas were decades ahead of their time. Tesla has been credited as the inventor of the radio, the robot, and even X-rays. Tesla's ideas were revolutionary, to say the least. Nikola Tesla is an unsung hero of the 20th century. His inventions are still being used, but people often fail to acknowledge his contributions. The world as we know it wouldn't be the same without Tesla's genius and brilliant mind. Tesla never married and had no children. When asked about this, he often replied that such things would take away from his focus of more important things. His only true love in life was that of his own thoughts and ideas. As he grew older, his ideas seemed to get even stranger. In the last few years of his life, He was obsessed with telling people about an impending apocalyptic event from outer space. He claimed that the planet was being destroyed by invisible solar rays. He went as far as to design a space station that could create its own gravity. He also created a device that he claimed allowed him to hear voices that came from distant solar systems and other dimensions. He often credited his bizarre ideas to this device as if someone was telling him about future technology. Mind you, this was more than 50 years before we would go to space and to the moon. Nikola Tesla was one of the most important scientists of the late 19th century, outlining everything from the alternating current electrical system to wireless communication. All in all, Tesla's life exemplifies what many people might think of as an inspiring life. He had a true passion for electricity and invention, leading him to develop incredible technologies that are still used in our everyday lives. So, what do you think? Was Nikola Tesla a real mad scientist? Or was he just lucky when it came to inventing things that most people at the time couldn't even dream up? Does he deserve more credit for his contributions to mankind? And what do you think the world would be like today if Tesla had never existed? Let me know in the comments. I would love to see your answers. Be sure to check out our channel for more interesting true stories revealed and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.